The quest for motorcycles capable of accelerating from 0 to 200 miles per hour has never been more intense, and 2025 is shaping up to be one of the strongest years yet. At the center of this high-speed race is the 2025 Kawasaki Ninja H2R, a machine that has been pushing the limits of what a track-only superbike can achieve. Powered by a supercharged 998cc inline-4 engine, recent tests show the H2R producing an astonishing 326 horsepower when ram air is active. Its aerodynamics have been refined, with new downforce generating components that make it more stable even when it's hurtling beyond 200 miles per hour. Handling has also been dialed in further, with premium components like Öhlins suspension and Brembo-style MA brakes giving the rider more control under extreme acceleration. HOVSCO+3. In testing, the H2R has crossed the 0 to 200 MPH threshold, though not yet in many independently verified public tests. Industry insiders report that with track-only gearing and optimal conditions, the Ninja H2R is delivering times and speeds that nearly match or exceed that benchmark. What's especially surprising is how the combination of lightweight construction and refined electronics allow for such acceleration without sacrificing handling or pushing safety beyond reason. Every detail, from tire choice to aerodynamic tuning, plays a role when you're trying to tame the forces at 200 miles per hour. HOVSCO+2. Other manufacturers are not sitting still. The Ducati Panigale V4R, for instance, in its 2025 version is being tested under conditions that flirt with this speed range. In stock trim, one report showed it indicating around 197 miles per hour under near-ideal conditions, mirrors, plates, and other street-legal dragging a bit, but still a massive achievement. This suggests that with further tweaks or optional track kit upgrades, it might hit or even exceed the 200 mile per hour target. Reddit+1. Electric superbikes are also stepping up. The Lightning LS218 remains a strong contender in terms of top speed in its class, with reports in 2025 placing it over 200 miles per hour in certain high-speed runs. Though they often suffer more from aerodynamic drag and battery limitations over extended speed runs, advances in battery tech, cooling systems, and motor efficiency are narrowing the gap with internal combustion machines in straight-line performance. HOVSCO+1. One of the major challenges for any bike aiming to reliably achieve 0 to 200 mph is not just peak power, but everything around it: gearing, aerodynamic stability, tire grip, rider weight, weather, altitude. For example, at 200 miles per hour even small aerodynamic instabilities can cause lift or instability. High speeds demand very precise fairing design and bodywork. Tire construction must handle the heat, deformation, and forces without becoming dangerous. The electronics, the traction control, launch control, quick shifter, all must work in near-perfect synchronization to avoid losing grip or spinning out. These are not small engineering tasks. Several recent test reports have credited improvements in these systems with enabling higher speeds, especially for the Ninja H2R. HOVSCO+2. Beyond engineering, there's the question of legality and use. Many bikes capable of 200 miles per hour are track-only machines, meaning that even though they can achieve that speed under test, they aren't street legal in most places at those speeds. The cost is also steep, not just in money, but in finding the right environment to test, maintain, and ride them safely. Manufacturers are offering limited production runs, special paddock or race variants, optional track kits, and specialized gear to match. Owners aiming for the 0 to 200 mph benchmark often need to invest heavily in setup and support. HOVSCO+2. Looking at the near future, what's exciting is that multiple bikes across different classes seem to be converging on the 200 mile per hour goal. Whether it's hyper-powered internal combustion engines like that in the H2R, homologation specials from brands like Ducati, or even electric machines pushing the envelope, the 0 to 200 mph benchmark is no longer an impossibility, it's becoming a realistic target for those willing to push. There are still trade-offs and limiting factors, but with continuing improvements in aerodynamics, materials, electronics, and manufacturing tolerances, we may soon see a broader group of motorcycles regularly achieve or exceed 200 miles per hour under test and possibly in limited road legal trim. High consumption +2. So while 2025 hasn't yet given us widespread, fully verified 0 to 200 MPH runs in street-legal bikes under all conditions, the pieces are falling into place. New models, upgraded powertrains, better aero, lighter materials, and more refined electronics are all pushing toward that milestone. For speed enthusiasts, gearheads, and manufacturers alike, this year is defining what the next generation of super motorcycles will be capable of, and 0 to 200 MPH is no longer just a dream, but a goal within grasp.